What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome back to my channel where we'll talk about everything there is relating to selling on Amazon. So from the very start, I must admit this video is probably not going to be applying to 90% of you watching. However, just before you click off, think about it guys. If you're serious about selling on Amazon and if you want to do this in the long term, not just a couple of months, i.e. 1 year, 2, 5 years, then you really have to plan ahead. You really have to think about what you're going to do and the things and the steps you're going to do to implement to make sure your business grows as quickly as possible and to make sure that you get to enjoy the life that you want, as opposed to just working on 9 to 5 and then end up working on your Amazon business 24/7, kind of like I did. And in this video, what I'm going to do is just provide you with some suggestions, something to potentially look into a little bit further, because as your business grows, you want to ideally have people working in your business whilst you are working on your business to grow it that little bit faster. So like I said, some of these things may not apply to you at this moment in time. However, have them in the back of your head. Have them as something that you should potentially strive for and hopefully get your business to grow that much faster in 2022, because e-commerce is not going anywhere. Amazon FBA is not going anywhere. These things are here to stay. And with that being said, guys, if you are interested in selling on Amazon and you're serious about it and you want some additional help, you want somebody to guide you every step of the way, then please don't forget to check the links down below for my own personal mentorship, where I will be there for you every step of the way to make sure you don't make any of those new seller newbie mistakes that, you know, a lot of people do tend to make. Otherwise, guys, if you're running on a relatively lower budget, but you still want to use some of the business tools that I use and recommend, then please don't forget to check the links down below for awesome, by far the most reliable e-commerce accountants out there in the market at the moment. Helium 10, bar none, the best product research tool out there for Amazon FBA sellers, or Pioneer, Amazon's own approved business bank account to start off your Amazon FBA journey. And with that being said, guys, let's get straight to the video. As your business grows, one thing that you may potentially want to consider is hiring an apprentice. And this is kind of the reason for this particular video, because Amazon literally just released a bit of news back a few days ago, effectively offering an Amazon funded apprenticeship. Now, I haven't looked into this deep enough, so I can't give you too much information, and I'm kind of looking into it myself a little bit further, but effectively you can potentially get an apprentice funded by Amazon. I don't know if they actually fund the actual salary of the apprentice or just their education. However, it's definitely something for us all to look into a little bit further if we're at that stage where we do want to take on more employees to potentially help on our Amazon FBA business. And this kind of where the video really begins, because guys, the truth is, as you're running a business, majority of us maybe haven't had a business beforehand. We don't exactly have much experience, but the key here, guys, the key to a successful growth is ideally to have people come in and help out. Yes, I understand you're going to have to pay them salaries. Yes, you may have to pay them holiday pay and various other things that come across, you know, being an employee. At the end of the day, most of us have been one. But the truth is, guys, all by ourselves, we cannot run an Amazon FBA business and grow it successfully over the next few years. You will need somebody to come in and help you out with potentially storage, with speaking to suppliers, with product research. Maybe you will want to start selling in other places or whatever, you know, such as eBay, or creating your own website on Shopify, or potentially you want to sell some of your products in a retail stores. You're going to need somebody, a trusted pair of hands, to help you out on all of these tasks, because it's simply impossible. There's not enough time in a day for you to accomplish everything and still continue to grow. So consider potentially getting an apprentice when you have enough cash, or potentially getting just a regular full-time employee to help you on your Amazon FBA business. Now, if you can't get one of those, which I personally still would prefer, then think about getting a virtual assistant. These basically are people that usually come from a third world country or slightly poorer countries such as Philippines, Taiwan, Korea, whatever, who speak really good English, at least most of them, and know a lot about Amazon FBA. They know a lot about eBay. They know a lot about SEO optimization and various other things. Now, the problem is the fact that they are obviously across the world. We can't actually meet them face to face. We don't exactly know their culture. We don't exactly know how well they work. On the positive side, like I said, they do speak very good English. They do and are capable of learning very, very quickly, and they will want to go above and beyond to working for you so they can actually improve on their skill set, potentially get paid more, and so on. And I just literally went on to online PH job website, effectively, which is what everybody uses for getting virtual assistants for various jobs, not just Amazon FBA related. And I just typed in Amazon FBA, and as you can see, the very first picture is of somebody that is actually expecting $505 dollars a month. Okay, now this person has 8 years of experience in data entry tasks, data analysis on healthcare insurance claims, self-taught eBay drop shipping, and knowledgeable around product research on Amazon FBA, online arbitrage, whatever. So basically what you want to do is get a few of these people and then effectively interview them and see how good their experience is, how good their knowledge is, and hopefully you come across the right one that will actually help you on an Amazon FBA business. Now you may be thinking, well, they're across the world, how exactly can they help you? And the truth is they can help you an awful lot. If you actually manage to get a good one, okay, they can help you on your product research and basically send you product ideas that they think are good. They can actually get you to speak, well, actually get themselves to actually speak to suppliers and negotiate on your behalf potentially. So you open up a spreadsheet and you tell them, hey, I want this product that you found, which is great. The next thing we need to do is look for around a target price of this, okay? Go out and do it and hopefully come for the best, and then put some sort of financial incentives around it as well. And then that's how you build a potentially good virtual assistant that will be there for you for the next few years. Now, my personal experience is slightly different. I tried a couple of virtual assistants, but the truth is they weren't very good. One of them didn't speak much of English. One of them thought they knew better than I did and wanted to negotiate in his tactics and did not agree that I didn't like the products that he found. So there are pros and cons of actually having somebody to work for you across the other side of the world effectively. However, this is still something that I think can potentially work. I do have friends that actually have had it work effectively, and it's something for you guys to consider in the long-term future. Next up, getting an accountant. Now, I always tell people, get an accountant from the very beginning because it will save you a whole bunch of money on taxes later on down the line. Because, you know, if you don't have an accountant in the very beginning, you don't exactly know how to bookkeep correctly, you don't exactly know what you can expense correctly on your business, and you may potentially end up losing a lot of money later on down the line by paying more taxes than you should have, and, you know, not getting reimbursed as much as you should have. So, in my personal opinion, you should go for an accountant straight away in the very beginning. Okay, once you have product selling, you should go for an accountant. But if you don't, then you will definitely need an accountant as you approach the 85,000 mark in revenue, because that's when the VAT threshold kicks in and you will have to start uploading the quarterly VAT threshold. So basically you're going to have to pay VAT to the UK government. And this is where Awesome comes in. This is the accountant that I personally use now for quite some time. And the reason why I use them, and I would recommend them over any other accountant out there, is because they are specialized in e-commerce. Okay, unlike many other accountants out there who got construction companies that they do accounts for, and lawyers and restaurants and laundromats and corner shops or whatever, these guys specialize in e-commerce. So that's Shopify, Amazon FBA, eBay, some Facebook marketplace, and so on. They know exactly what we do. They know exactly what our business model is about, and they will know exactly how to help you save money on taxes, not just in the short term, but also in the long term. So have a look at them, because I really recommend them. Couldn't recommend them highly enough to anyone that is actually looking to sell on Amazon in the long term effectively. Next up, storage. Now, for those of you that are living in a big house with a big garden, with a big shed, you may want to skip this part of the video because storage may not be a problem for you. However, for me, I'm living in a 1-bedroom flat here in Watford, and if I had to store all of my products that I sell on Amazon FBA, I would not be able even probably to enter the flat itself. So I have to actually go for storage. Now, in the very beginning, guys, for those of you that are literally just starting out, storage may not be a problem for you because Amazon will allow you to send some items from China directly into their warehouses. However, as you grow, some limits will start to apply, okay? And that means that you will be limited to how many units you can send to Amazon. But you don't just want to wait for that limit to increase or for you to sell out. You're going to have to do something about it. And in most cases, you're going to have to go for external storage. This is the video that I actually did yesterday or day before yesterday of what storage actually looks like and what exactly I do pretty much on a weekly basis every single Sunday. This is what you may end up doing as well. So make sure to check that video out to get a better idea of what the storage is about, what to look for potentially, and what you may end up doing yourself in the near future effectively. You know, so much for the laptop lifestyle that everybody is advertising when it comes to Amazon FBA. And then last but not least, and this is something that I'm 50-50 on effectively, you may want to consider starting to sell in other marketplaces. Now, on the positive side, it's brilliant because you are entering a completely new market with so many new customers out there. And as you can see from this picture that I actually found not long ago, look at the estimated traffic across a lot of these countries. UK, I believe, stands third at the moment at 403 million. But look at that, United States, 2.31 billion estimated traffic. Germany at 530 million. We have Japan at 576 million as well. All of these countries can be a massive sources of income effectively. Now, the good thing is, like I said, all of these countries are brand new marketplaces. Some of them more saturated than others, you know, but you don't know until you effectively try. The negative of this is that each and every single country will have its own trends, will have its own language effectively, well, at least for some of them. And most importantly, they will have its own rules and regulations, taxes, and so on and so forth. Again, this is where Awesome comes into play because they do have sellers selling in multiple countries. So for those of you that are interested in selling in other countries, I myself only sell in the UK and I really want to penetrate UK market before I go into anywhere else. But for those of you that want to sell outside of UK, first things first, I would recommend is think about the languages that you know. For example, if someone like one of you guys is speaking Spanish, you may want to go into the Spanish marketplace because then the language barrier is not going to be an issue for you. If, for example, you've come from America, then you may want to sell in America because the language barrier is not there in the first place, but you may know more about their federal and state income taxes as well, which, you know, all of the Amazon FBA sellers that do sell in America will know exactly what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to get at the end of the day is, guys, if you are going to in a new marketplace, there are definitely pros and there are definitely cons to it. You're definitely going to have more work. There is going to be a lot more stresses that come onto you as well. It's not something I'm doing trying to put you off, but it's definitely something to get you to be aware of once you effectively get to that stage where you don't just want to sell in one marketplace. This is why I believe that you should have a virtual assistant. This is why I do believe that you may consider getting an apprentice as well, so you can then really start to learn those other marketplaces, get those listings translated, get those listings uploaded and those shipments sent out to those countries so you can start selling in multiple countries at the same time. And that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I really hope you found it useful, and if you did find any value, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check the links down below as mentioned earlier, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.